What's up with everybody? It's your man, Where Be.
And Nicole.
We're back in with another reaction video. Special video request from Alan. Alan wanted us to react to Against All Odds, Elon Musk. Motivational video. Okay. We definitely looking forward to it. Yeah, seems like it's going to be pretty cool. I say thank you, Alan, for your video suggestions and your support. You want to send us video suggestions? Check out the links to our stream lives. Will be in the description and our video course. Let's dive right into it.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight and the way that you're developing it.
Okay, yeah, because they put that one car in space.
Yeah.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. You know, I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here.
I kind of wonder why they so against him. You know,
I feel like they probably don't like the privatization of it or something.
Oh, you think
like,
so?
I think that those guys are scientists and probably see it as a science versus as a billionaires being able to pay to go up kind of thing.
Yeah,
but I don't
probably.
know.
Yeah, but you know, those was his heroes, and they ain't like it. You know,
Yeah,
I guess he's
to take it as someone you looked up to.
Yeah, and I guess he just want them just come visit, come see it first. You know, but I guess they have their reasons why.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
He's actually like almost empty.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
Certainly hoping they would.
What are you trying to prove to them?
What I'm trying to do is to make a significant difference in spaceflight and help make spaceflight accessible to almost anyone.
Yeah, but I have no plans to try to go to space.
Faced,
I guess some people do.
Was in 2008, and I think I had maybe $30 million left, or $30 or $40 million left in 2008. I had two choices. I could put it all into one company, and then the other company would definitely die, or split it between the two companies. But if I split it between the two companies, then both might die.
That'd be hard.
It's a hard decision.
And when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating something, or building something, it's like a child. And so it's like, which one am I going to let one starve to death? I couldn't bring myself to do it, so I split the money between the two.
Yeah, if you put it in two companies, it's kind of really tough. If you put it in one company and that company fail, you lose both. Same thing with two companies, but you're saying you have more of an odds if you split in two companies and one fail. At least you have the one, you know.
True, but I think his point was he had such
he had
little
40
money
million
left.
I think he had 40 million.
Right, but I think in the sense of company aspect, that's not that much.
I mean, it depends how much you're trying to scale up your company.
So I think it was a really high risk splitting it between two companies because there wasn't much left.
Yeah,
that's the way I'm reading it, anyways.
Fortunately, thank goodness, they both came through.
But from a business
standpoint, what was your biggest
biggest
failure, and how did it change you?
Well, there's a ton of failures along the way, that's for sure. Except for, as I said, for SpaceX, the first 3 launches failed.
Oh.
And we were just barely able to scrape together enough parts and money to do the 4th launch.
We watched that.
If the 4th launch had failed, we would have been dead. So multiple failures along the way. I tried very hard to get the right expertise in for SpaceX. I tried hard to find a great chief engineer for the rocket, but the good chief engineers wouldn't join.
Oh,
and the bad ones, well, there was no point in hiring them. So I ended up being chief engineer of the rocket. So if I could have found somebody better, then we would have maybe had less than 3 failures.
That 3rd failure in a row,
That's crazy.
You think, I need to pack this in?
I bet his heart sunk to the ground.
I don't ever give up.
Those parts, rockets cost a lot.
So many people try to talk me out of starting a rocket company. It was crazy. One good friend of mine collected a whole series of videos of rockets blowing up and made me watch those. He just didn't want me to lose all my money. We're doing these things that seem unlikely to succeed, and we've been fortunate, and at least thus far they have succeeded. Now is the time to take risk. You don't have kids. As you get older, your obligations increase. And once you have a family, you start taking risk not just for yourself, but for your family as well. It gets much harder to do things that might not work out.
Yeah.
So now is the time to do that.
guess that's good.
Before you have those obligations. So I would encourage you to take risks now. Do something bold. You won't regret it.
How did you figure you were going to start a car company and be successful at it?
Well, I didn't really think Tesla would be successful. I thought we were most
the
likely
Tesla cars look pretty dope, man. I like that
we
one.
at least address the false perception that people had that an electric car had to be ugly and slow and boring
That
like a
might
golf
be my
cart.
dream car
But
right there.
you
Yeah, I like
didn't
that
expect
Tesla.
the company to be successful, then why try?
If something's important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure.
Or how do you think about making a decision when everyone tells you this is a crazy idea? Or where do you get the internal strength to do that?
Well, first of all, I'd say I actually think I feel fear quite strongly. So it's not as though I just have the absence of fear. I feel it quite strongly. But there are just times when something is important enough, you believe in it enough, that you do it in spite of the fear.
Yeah.
I think about what technology solution is necessary in order to achieve the particular goal, and then try to make as much progress in that direction as possible. I think being a multi-planet species and being out there among the stars is important for the long-term survival of humanity.
Did it.
And that's one reason. But then the part that I find personally most motivating is that it creates a sense of adventure. And it makes people excited about the future. If you consider two futures, one where we are forever confined to Earth until eventually something terrible happens, or another future where we are out there on many planets, maybe even going beyond the solar system. I think that second version is incredibly exciting and inspiring.
Problem is,
and there need to be reasons to get up in the morning. Life can't just be about solving problems. Otherwise, what's the point?
Planets we can't live on.
There's got to be things that people find inspiring and make life worth living.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he envisions like.
When my brother and I were starting our first company, instead of getting an apartment, we just rented a small office and we slept on the couch. And we showered at the YMCA, and we're so hot up we had one computer, so the website was up during the day, and I was coding at night, 7 days a week, all the time. And I sort of briefly had a girlfriend in that period, and in order to be with me, she had to sleep in the office. So work hard, like every waking hour. That's the thing I would say, particularly if you're starting a company.
Yeah, put in the work.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of work.
Whatever area that you get into, given that even if you're the best, there's always a chance of failure. So I think it's important that you really like whatever you're doing.
Yeah, you
if
got
don't
to.
like it, life is too short. If you like what you're doing, you think about it even when you're not working. I mean, it's something that your mind is drawn to, and if you don't like it, you just really can't make it work, I think.
That was definitely good motivation.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting to hear his perspective on everything and his drive and his fight.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I mean, you definitely have failures in life, man, and
Everybody does.
You want to give up, but some people keep going. If you really, really know this is what you want to do, then I think you should keep fighting to it. Because his homeboy, his buddy, just kept giving him like videos of crash, videos of rockets, and he was looking after. Said, "Look, I don't want you to lose your money."
Right,
man.
he was afraid that he was getting into something that was basically impossible.
Yeah,
and he was just going to be throwing his money away.
Yeah, but he kept going. He believed in himself, man, and hey, look what he did. Well, they say it was another planet. I forgot what it's called. They'd be in crazy numbers. Some 997. Yeah, 975 something. But it was like an Earth-like planet. They say you believe humans can live on, but it's like so far away. It's like it'll take us so long.
So that's why I'm not
you only got the technology to get to a place like that.
No, because I think like you wouldn't be able to get there in your lifetime.
No, you wouldn't.
Like you would just be traveling on the ship the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, man. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alan, for this awesome video
thank you
quest.
so much. We really liked it.
And your support. But Gritty in this video. Don't forget to subscribe.
And thumbs up.
Turn on notifications. It's your man, More B.
And Nicole.
We're going to catch you on the next. Awesome. Peace and love, baby.